So Palmer, speaking of the used motorcycle department, you accept not only Harleys as trade-ins, but other motorcycles as well. And in fact, we're in this area, and what's behind you is not a Harley.
No, this is a Honda. We trade in those and other metric motorcycles, as long as with other brands of American motorcycles. We've been often known to trade in a car, truck, boat, ATV, pretty much anything. If we think we can sell it, we'll trade it in.
Waugh Enterprises is a one-stop shop, and not only do you sell motorcycles, accept used motorcycles, but you also repair motorcycles. Can you speak to your service department?
We've got 8 factory-certified technicians on staff. We do any aspect, repair them, accessorize them, performance work that might have to be done. You stay busy pretty much 12 months out the year. Work changes as things. Wintertime comes up, people tend to do bigger projects, and then the rest of the time we're doing regular services, keeping everybody on the road.
What do you mean by performance work?
People want to make their motorcycles go a little faster, have a little bit more torque, run a little smoother, those type of things. Anything that doesn't take them out of EPA qualification, we'll do.
Palmer, what does it mean to you to be part of a family legacy here at Waugh Enterprises?
It just means the world to me. I have never done anything else. And I've grown up in this business, never wanted to do anything else. And it's really special to be part of a family business. I don't think there's anything like that. It's certainly, I just can't imagine doing anything else.
Palmer, what makes a Harley a Harley?
There's a lot of things. The sound is probably the biggest part of it. Air-cooled V-twin engine, but there's so many intangibles that go into it. It's the fellowship that you get with other Harley-Davidson riders. You're not just buying a motorcycle; you're buying into a lifestyle. You're also. It's really hard to explain. We sell a T-shirt downstairs, so if I have to explain it, you wouldn't understand. But it's something. If you're involved in it, you immediately know what I'm talking about.
Why is the sound of a Harley so distinct?
It's got to do with the degree of the V-twin engine. It's even a patented sound that Harley's going after to make sure nobody can copy us. The Japanese even detune their motorcycles to try to get the sound, but it's never quite the same. A copy's still a copy. There's nothing like the original.
Mr. Waugh, this is your beauty right behind us, your actual motorcycle and sidecar. Can you describe it for us?
Well, it's custom built from the word go. Everything on it is custom. The custom paint, all of the graphics, the equipment, and everything. It has a special motor and a transmission, paint work, and everything. Like I said, I've won Best of Shows with it for 3 years in a row all over the country. And it's just unique. We sell a lot of sidecars here because I ride a sidecar, and the wife, of course, rides with me. And that's the reason we stick with the sidecar. And it's just one whale of a bike. But this is a unique bike. It's a one-of-a-kind. There's not another one like it out there anywhere, believe me.
Is the price tag one of a kind as well?
The price tag is, too. It's about $92,000.
Gulp.
Gulp is right. And the Harleys run from $8,000 to $92,000.
That's a wide range.
And that's
There's
a
something
wide
for
range.
everyone.
But in other words, if they want the maximum, they come with us, and if they don't, then they come down, 20, 30, 40, whatever.
Yes. So, Mr. Waugh, you sell this beauty behind you. What's next?
Well, I'll build another one. I'll change. It'll be everything just like this one, basically, but I want to make it a dark, deep maroon color and have the Dynoc wood painted on it so it'll look like the old Woody station wagons. And that's going to be my next one as soon as I get ready to get rid of this one.
You already have the plan set.
Oh, yes. It will be a knockout.
Now, Palmer, where we are right now within your facility is called Memory Lane, and this is where there is a wide variety of Harley memorabilia, and we're starting with bicycles. Now, I didn't know Harley made bicycles.
Harley's made them actually several different times during the 105 years that they've been in business. The first one here is one they made under license to Roadmaster. This one and this one are actually Harley-Davidson motorcycles made under license back in the 30s. These are the ones that are the real valuable ones and the ones that are really hard to find. The red one, the teal one, and the blue one were made by GT back in the early 90s. Harley-Davidson's been just a wizard at licensing their brand, and actually that's what kept them going back in the early days of Harley-Davidson buying out from AMF back in the 1981 to probably 1990. The licensing kept the doors open.
And now we're at a...
This is the Harley-Davidson pinball machine. This is the second one that they made by Bali in the late 90s. It works, but we keep it unplugged. It's because it's pretty loud and it's hard to talk in here when it's going on. This is a 1960 Harley-Davidson Cervicar. This is Harley-Davidson's last entry into the three-wheel business. This one is actually from the Barnstable Police Department in Massachusetts.
Yes, I recognize the Cape Cod Barnstable sign there.
This is a 1947 Indian. This belongs to a friend of ours. It's been completely restored. Indian was Harley-Davidson's chief competitor back in the 30s, 40s, but Indian went out of business in 1953. They never went to an overhead valve engine and just couldn't compete with Harley when they went to their panhead motor. This is a reproduction of the Whizzer motorcycle. This one's actually made in Taiwan. The original ones were made on swing frames with a motor and a belt drive. These came out for a while and kind of went by the wayside. This is a 1970 Bridgestone. Bridgestone was a small Japanese motorcycle that was in business at the same time that Honda, Yamaha, and the other big four Japanese motorcycles came across in the early 70s. Small bikes, high gas mileage, a lot of fun, kind of the opposite image that Harley was portraying at the time. Back then, Honda had their sign, you meet the nicest people on a Honda. Some of the Harley dealers had, you meet the meanest people in the world on Harley-Davidsons, but that was kind of the image back then. This is a 1972 SX125. Bike was actually made in Italy at the time by Aramacci Company. Harley pulled out of Italy in 1978 when the governments were just going back and forth all the time. It looked like they might go communist, so Harley-Davidson pulled out altogether. This is a 1960 Harley-Davidson scooter. It's the first year that they made them. It's in about 95% original condition. They made this from 60 to 64.
Now I understand, Palmer, that you purchased this for your dad.
We bought this for Dad on eBay. Always wanted one, never could find one, and this one came for sale. We bought it outside Charlotte, North Carolina, about 5 years ago. This is a 1986 FXWG Y-Glide. In 1984, Harley-Davidson really took the marketplace by storm with the advent of the Evolution engine. This was the second year that it was the last year that they made this motor with a 4-speed transmission. They only made 800 of these with the red flames. They made 400 black, so there were only 1,200 made in 1986. 1986 was the lowest production year Harley-Davidson ever had. It was around 35,000 units for the entire world. Things started to come back up after that. This is a 1984 Disc Glide, FXR DG. This is the first year of the Evolution engine, limited edition motorcycle. It's not a decal, it's a silk screened emblem on the gas tank, solid rear wheel, disc wheel, hence the Disc Glide. This is a 1983 FX SB Lowrider. It's the last year of a dual belt drive on the motorcycle. It has a secondary belt drive, which runs from the primary to the rear wheel, which is the way all Harley-Davidson's final drive are, even to this day, are belt drive. But also has a primary belt drive, which they only used from 1980 to 1983, and this is the last year of that. This is a 2007 Harley-Davidson XL50 50th anniversary Sportster. The Sportster was always Harley-Davidson's hot rod motorcycle, came out in 1957. They made a few of these to commemorate the 50th anniversary. They made them solid black and the orange and black. This is the 2006 FX D35th. This is the 35th anniversary of the Super Glide. The Super Glide was Willie G. Davidson's first venture into custom motorcycles. Willie G. Davidson's grandson of the original founding fathers of the Harley-Davidson Motor Company. This is all current technology, but this right here is what started it all. This is the 1971 original FX Super Glide. Fiberglass rear fender, the small forked front end, but the big twin motor. It was a cross between the Sportster and the big touring bikes. But this is the first motorcycle that Willie G. Davidson designed for Harley-Davidson back in 1971.